there, my lovely legionnaires. Good morning, good morning. Big yawns. Oh, now you want to work. Now you want to work. Now you want to be right. I hate it here.
It says 2:36.
I hate it here. I hate it here on God, for real. I'll just fucking manually fix it again. Why can nothing just work? Slabs. You'd think that, wouldn't you? Rachel's relationship with the Corinthian isn't parasitic, is the thing. You'd think that, but it's not. It's symbiotic, not parasitic. Spooky, scary. Subathon. Goal amount 300. Starting amount 236. 11. 1.
Oof, I need a shower today.
Subscriber goal. Start goal. There we go. Babang, guys, it's good. We're good. We did it. It's fine. This is the, well... Ah, God, yes. Oh.
You mentioning Rachel made me think of my Skullgirls OC Cyrus, and I had the funny thought that since Manuel replaced her spine, that when Manny gets scared, fucking Cyrus goes rigid and it's not her fault.
I like the idea that he gets startled and she falls over like a fainting goat. Her body just goes tense and she just flops right down. So I wanted to, say to start with that, like, it's a Parasite. My head went to Bring Me the Horizons Parasite Eve song. Me for gore that Goretober means body, not music. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for being a bad streamer.
You're not a bad streamer. You learned what your body's limits are. That's not being bad.
I'm a bad streamer.
There is no value in calling yourself a bad streamer.
I made a promise and I didn't keep it. I am a bad streamer.
You have one of the most understanding viewer bases ever. They understand that sometimes body be cringe.
It's true, but I'm experiencing symptoms, says person with symptoms disorder. Listen, I still feel bad. I made a promise and I can't keep it, and I feel bad about not keeping the promise I made.
It's okay to feel a little bad about it, but you're not Catholic. Don't flagellate. Flagellate yourself. It's okay to feel bummed, it's okay to feel a little sad about it, but flagellating yourself over it helps nobody.
Don't call my streamer bad, I'll do something. Hand to God, I don't know how Melissa's been doing it.
She's probably not disabled.
At least not in the same way.
And, or if she is, it's just not not in the same way that you are disabled.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because Mousy is also disabled, but Mousy can do this fucking in her sleep.
You have chronic fatigue disease. It's okay. Everyone's abilities to do things is different.
It's part of my, part of a lot of my mental health issues is chronic fatigue, which it sucks. The human body is cringe, it gets sick, horny, tired, others. Don't beat yourself up. I know, but I feel bad. I wanted to do a cool thing, and I promised it, and I can't do it, and I'm a bad streamer.
Look, even if you didn't come to the realization yourself about, like, hey, these 2 streams a day every day is killing you, the clock tower would have banned you from doing so going forward. You wouldn't have had a choice.
Because it's the funniest part, too, right? Is that, like, it was fine for a while, for, like, quite a bit. Longer than I thought it would be, truly. I was like, oh, I'm gonna start to flag, and I'll just have to take more naps and relax and whatever. But, like, so yesterday I was like, okay, so I'll just do the one stream, because I got stuff to do tomorrow. Or I got stuff to do tonight. And Brooke and Justin, being the absolute fucking angels that they are, were like, here, we'll take a little break. Let's just play some Minecraft. And I'm like, okay. So we played Vault Hunters for, like, a couple hours. And then Justin looks at me and is like, how do you feel? And I was like, so fucking tired. He's like, yeah, alright. So I told them no. And then we kept playing Vault Hunters for, like, a couple more hours. And then, like, right before dinner. And then when we stopped, legit, I thought I was gonna just collapse. I thought I was just gonna crumple to the floor and die. Like, hand to God, if your ears were tuned correctly, you could have heard my body make the Gmod death noise. Like, I just, like, was, oh.
Luckily, a shower helped, and then we hung out for a little bit before bedtime.
I took a shower, and I just, like, collapsed for, like, a couple hours while they made dinner.
I wish all Heat and Mitsuru a very break.
I want to get things done. I have the big issue, right, is that, like, I have so many things I want to do, and there's only so much time to do the things. And I keep,
It'd
like,
be that way sometimes.
Well, the shitty part, right, is, like, I keep telling myself, perhaps unjustly, but I keep telling myself, like, normal people with big boy jobs work, like, twice the hours you do, you big fucking pussy. Do you?
So I'm going to tell you right now that that is not true. I think you work more hours than Justin does sometimes. And, like, your work, while different, is still valid, and it requires just a different skill set and a different mindset to be able to do. Because, like, yeah, Justin can go into his big boy job and be stressed about his big boy job, but that's also, like, an external factor. Whereas when you're trying to be self-made and do your own shit, like, you have to rely on yourself to be your boss, and that's like an entirely different struggle.
Yeah, but I'm a pussy.
No.
Struggle. It's a hard mindset to shake. No, you're disabled. Stop being ableist. Could always have Heaton and Justin swap jobs for a week. Oh god. I cannot do that to them. I couldn't do that to Justin's workplace. Justin's a fucking engineer. He's a fucking software engineer. I can't do that. I barely know how to make OBS work.
Although running a one-shot while using your model would have been really funny.
We've thought about it. I thought about it a little bit.
I think you should do it one time as a joke at some point. Maybe on an April Fool. Maybe for April Fools or something.
Maybe for April Fools, I'll let Justin do a stream with my model. That could be funny. I might let him do that. I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I trust you. And he's like, oh, what, the one who barely gets her shit together? And I said, well, the joke was going to be that I was afraid you were gonna, like, say a slur or something, but... I'm like, please don't change my settings. If you change them, I will not know how to change them back. The problem is you're beyond his coworkers' comprehension. Also true.
Yeah, we don't wanna make Justin's coworkers go insane because they don't know you.
It's true.
They are not prepared to peep the horrors.
No. There is also... well... So, I don't know if you've noticed. The thing about being an eldritch creature beyond human understanding is that Tech doesn't like me very much.
For some reason.
Apparently I give off some kind of weird radiation or something, I don't know. The point is...
Why do I have problems sometimes?
With you, I don't know.
Maybe it's because I'm nature-based, who knows?
It's distinctly possible. It could also just be because I'm only a few feet from your computer. Who knows? But... yeah, I give off, like, weird radiation. So Tech doesn't like me. It's like how, you know, in, like, you know how, like, in analog horror shit, or, like, in Marble Hornets, how the operator kind of, like, makes your video recording software go all fuzzy? You get glitch effects with stuff like that. That's why. It just kind of happens when I'm around.
Justin has the opposite effect. I don't know what is going on with his dragon anatomy, or maybe he's also a paladin or something, or maybe it's his channel divinity if he's a fucking cleric or something. I don't know, because Justin will simply just come up to our office, sit at the chair, do the thing to just turn it on, and then it suddenly starts working. I'm like, oh, I'm having trouble with the capture card. Justin comes up and just, like, turns off OBS and turns it back on again after I've already done that, and then it just starts working.
I get the feeling that Justin would come up with a more creative title than The Quest to Find the Sandwich. Oh, that'd be funny! I didn't think about that. That's a good one, James. Maybe I'll ask him to do that. James says he should do a stream pretending to be me and draw. Should try to follow up Bob Ross tutorial with CSP. That'd be funny.
I did make Maxie, who's now the new voice for Mario and Luigi. Some fuckers, like, they got a nobody. Charles Martinet was a nobody.
Mm-hmm.
When he was hired. Like, if Nintendo thought he was the perfect replacement, then we should trust Nintendo.
Because God knows Nintendo is... listen. Nintendo makes decisions, TM, right?
Some of their business decisions suck ass. Let's not even mince words here. But their games, they're usually on top of and rarely ever have a bad one.
I was also going to say, but, like, the one thing you can trust about Nintendo is that Nintendo's grip on Mario is so fucking white knuckle tight that there's no way they just picked some nobody dickhead.
I mean, he doesn't have a huge... I mean, like, I saw someone put up his list of works. Like, he hasn't done a whole lot, but if he had the charm and he was able to provide what they needed him to do, then he was the right decision.
That's what I'm saying, is, like, they didn't just go into a studio and grab some nobody. They found a guy.
Someone was like, oh, I auditioned, and I know several others did too, and it's like, the higher-ups picked him because they thought he was the best.
God, imagine auditioning for Mario.
And, like, well, good news about Nintendo is that, like, apparently, especially with things like Wonder and stuff, they've been relaxing their grip on Mario a bit so that the devs can be more creative, and they treat their devs really well.
It's good to see. Hello, Ontario. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
We're talking about Mario Wonder and the fact that I'm a bad streamer.
Well, what do you mean?
You're not a bad streamer, you're disabled. Stop being ableist.
I'm gonna probably cut my subathon hours back and do just the stream in the morning every day for a bit. So I'm a bad streamer, because I promised I would do 2, and I'm only doing the 1. Therefore, bad streamer.
No, you are a very good streamer. I'm the bad streamer. I've been skipping out on a lot of my subathon because I've been dealing with a lot of things myself, so...
Well, if it's personal shit, then that's different.
Having your body physically give out does not make you a bad streamer. That just means your body that just means you're disabled. You're being ableist. Stop being ableist towards my friend. Wondering makes a good point. Your body is personal.
I don't know about that. I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works. I'm gonna need a second opinion on that one. I know you're transgender, but... What's with the self-deprecation? I thought I was watching Heat, not Susie.
We'll get your ass back in therapy, I swear to God.
Listen. I do need to get my ass back in therapy. I have a bunch of shit I have to do when the holidays clear up. I have to get new insurance. I have to get new residency. Okay, you need to elaborate on that before I go on a tangent, because somebody else said that, and I don't remember that.
It was confirmed in Jason Goes to Hell. The director put in the Necronomicon to confirm that Jason's mother used the Necronomicon to bring Jason back from the dead, thus confirming that Jason Voorhees is indeed a Deadite.
I didn't know that.
Ah, you forget the classic that is Jason Goes to Hell.
I try so hard. I try so hard to forget.
Forget, it's classic. It adds a lot to the lore. It has some interesting ideas. Plus, you gotta love the director. Hey. It is underappreciated in its time.
Yeah.
At what cost?
Don't worry about that. The point is,
Why does our boy, I know our boy here is a worm. Why does he have to wear a mask?
Because it's part of this thing. He has the hockey mask. Would you rather him walk around with just a burlap sack on his head?
no, she's talking
Hello,
about
Nesby.
No.
she's talking about the character I'm drawing, Ontario.
I thought you were referring to the man behind the mask as sung by Alice Cooper.
I thought you
No.
were gonna say the man behind the slaughter.
I did too.
I
I got
also thought
excited.
that.
The mask originally was just kind of an aesthetic choice. Just solely purely because I like the idea that it's keeping him from going full Illithid.
Cannot have squid tentacles if mouth is covered, no room to grow.
More or less.
Also, any character with a mask is someone's willing to fuck.
You probably shouldn't. He's full of worms.
You say that to the one guy in here who wears a mask.
Yeah, and guess who fucking 3-tier subs for you? Nearly everyone.
Well, people 3-tier sub for me?
Ontario!
You don't get to say that when you know the power you have over that woman, you fucking ass.
I have power over many people, not just women. I can swoon boon. I appreciate that power.
You flirted with Fluffs for like 10 minutes when we were playing Blood on the Clock Tower.
Well,
You were the virgin! You almost lost your role!
I had to keep it, so I had to keep my secret. I didn't want to play my cards too early. And, he was just asking very politely, how are you doing? How are things going? Just being
They
very
nearly
polite.
fucked you in the library.
Jesus.
Being a virgin just means you haven't been used for a blood sacrifice yet.
It's true. That's factually the only type of virginity that matters.
Dude, I remember when Ontario died, I brought him over to the graveyard to ask him what his role was. I was like, what's your roles? I was the virgin, and I laughed at him for 2 minutes.
Yes.
Because I am 5 years old. I'm fucking 5 years old. He said it in such a deadpan tone, too. Like he knew I was gonna laugh.
Because I know you have the pee-pee poo-poo mind.
I have the creepy pee-pee brain. Look, I have one brain cell, and half of it is to remember the FNAF lore.
Who else will teach us about Phasgoo?
Yee!
We all
I
laughed
can't
at the
wait to
board
make
game
that
club.
video. Oh, good news! I fucking finished the hog leg video.
Thank God.
Does anybody want to watch it after this?
I'm probably.
Very proud of it.
I have work to do.
Aw, okay, Mom.
And yes, James, I played on Scotty's
Bless you.
thing as well.
Thank you.
I played with Nezzy and Scarlet.
It led to Bimbo Monster yesterday's play because I forgot what Empath did in the middle.
Good job.
Yep. Scotty tried
Job.
so hard to give me hints, and I was like, "No, my friend died," and then I stopped thinking, and then I got fucking accused and died.
Hidden
Meanwhile,
roll games just stress me out.
I was playing Monster Camp, and I started the Robot Orgy Apocalypse.
It do be like that.
Battery
Ontario
liquors
wasn't in that
knows
game.
no bounds.
It's true.
Ontario wasn't in yesterday's game. James.
No, I was in the game before that, or a
Yeah.
couple before that, I think.
Hidden roll games stress me out to an unreasonable degree to the point where I start shaking, so I just simply do not.
Fair,
I
fair.
get that.
I just had a lot of experience with games like Mafia and Werewolf when I was still in university.
I just remember them when I was kids. I also played a lot of Town of Salem when I was younger.
I've played Werewolf
Also-
in the past.
Does anybody know
I've
what
played-
the hell's going on with Discord?
No.
Discord be Discord. Also, played Werewolf in the past, stares over at Dio. Yeah, you be playing a lot.
I do.
I mean, I've played Among Us, I've played Town of Salem.
Mungus.
The funniest thing I ever did was I remember I was doing an Among Us stream and with some friends, and one of them, Miss Nightmare, she's one of my D&D players. I literally just like take her out in the middle of like electrical, and her whole stream is like just my own dungeon master betrayed me. And they're just like everyone going through like okay who did what, and she's just like talk about me.
One of the funniest things that ever happened. Susie and I regret it to this day that it wasn't recorded. It was like the first time we were playing Among Us, so all of us were confused. And my friend named Sarah, immediately he slammed on the emergency button and said, "I don't know, guys. Luxor's looking a little sus." And then everyone voted him out, and he was the imposter.
Got his ass.
Just
Got his ass.
immediate- I think the game immediately ended because we only had one imposter.
Got his ass.
I still think one of the best things I ever saw was I forget the name of the person, but on TikTok there was a guy who did what if regular show played Among Us,
No.
and it is absolutely hilarious because it's just like everyone starts going over Benson, and you just skips just like Benson. Why did you call a meeting instead of reporting the body? Meetings are what I do. Benson is just because they're being launched into space. Whoa, best imposters ever, best imposters ever.
I love his Pops impression. I know. I think I know who you're talking about.
I like my favorite instance of fucking
Your brother thinks it's a fucking-
Amogus. There it is. The best game of Amogus was we were playing with some friends, and I found the body, and I hit emergency meeting just as, at the same time, Justin hit the button to kill me. So
What?
I frame canceled him.
I didn't know you could frame cancel in Among Us.
You can. That's happened a couple of times where someone would report right when someone died, so it would show them both alive and not alive in the meeting room.
You are Schrodinger's body.
I'm Schrodinger's victim.
I'm coming to you live from beyond the grave. Need a more
I had
specific kind of chain.
2 imposter games, both with Soko. One was terrible, and we got trounced immediately. And then we had an amazing game.
Wandering
Afterwards.
out here giving us 4 gifted subs, which tosses us up to 240. Let me pop that. That means that I owe you guys a Monster Smasher pass.
I don't really remember how the game went. All I know is that Soko and I got our redemption arc as imposter buddies, and we did it.
My favorite game was when I was an imposter with Susie. We used the buddy system to our advantage. She killed everybody while I covered.
If you give us 10 more subs, that means that we get to finally fulfill Ontario's bullying, and I will draw Busta Rhymes fighting Michael Myers.
Excuse me?
Ontario has been bullying me about that moment in Resurrection for months.
It's been more than months. It's been years at this point.
God damn it, Big Mac.
Why you ask?
Son!
Happy Halloween, motherfucker!
Can somebody clip that? It's been years. Thanks, Big Mac. Alright.
So that means the chicken gets 2 treats. We have to get more GG treats.
How is the
But we
chicken,
will
by the way?
fulfill those.
This also means that because we are only halfway through the fucking month, you animals.
If we get
I
10
always
more,
said-
if we get 10
I
more subs, do you get a team up with Paul Rudd in there too?
I'll kill you.
I really want Heaton to get to Rule of Rose because like I've only heard about that game. I've never really seen it played and I think it's fascinating and it's a cult classic for a reason.
Our next
I just
goal
want to be here.
is
when you play
260.
FNUF.
Our next goal is 260, and that means that I'll be drawing some slasher pinups. And it also means that once a fucking again, I'm going to have to extend the goals.
Gigi, no.
Well, you get the money.
I do get the money.
Get your money. Get your money.
I only
Get
got
the
like
money.
I got the payout, and I only got like half the payout, and I don't know what's up.
Maybe it's just like a weird dating thing. Like maybe it's just like the next half will come the next month.
Yeah,
maybe, or-
probably.
Yes, I love you too, Gigi, but you're not allowed to scratch the fucking couch.
I
I
am
made
the
a
queen.
horrible mistake.
So our next goal is that I will draw pinups of the same slashers I drew as maids.
Oh? You drew them as mates?
Yeah. Oh, hang on, let me pull them up.
Please.
Where's my Subathon rewards folder?
I've made a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
I've done something awful.
Yeah.
What have you done?
You know how Susie has bimbo tones?
Yeah.
I made Bimbo Monster, and a lot of people liked it.
There you go.
Awesome. Oh, this little ooh face! Also, damn, Michael Myers got that mascara.
Yeah, that was the bit.
Oh my, slay. For real, though. Slay.
Proud of my little details, the cat whiskers and the heart on Jason's mask.
I do love the freaking ooh face scream.
Kitty face.
Let me know when we're good to go
Yep.
with the chicken cam.
The cat smile ghost face is something I'm quite proud of. All right, give me 1 second.
Hey, baby doll.
Nessie, have you thought about raising chickens?
No, I would have nowhere to put them.
Chicken. I like
I live
raising.
in an apartment.
Well, in fairness, we didn't really have anywhere to put them either, but The
Yeah,
animal
you also have a
delivery.
house.
I was about to say the animal delivery service decided otherwise. All right, chicken cab is live.
Cool. Let's hope she doesn't fucking jump out this time.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hold on. Let me just. Oh.
Watermelon for the chicken.
She got 2 pieces.
It's chicken.
2 pieces for the baby.
It's a little chilly outside this morning.
I love it. For once in my life, I've turned on the air conditioner, and it got cold in the room.
She bark bark bark.
Happy Chinkin.
Happy.
She do big block. I'm so happy that her stuff's coming in. We thought it wouldn't grow back.
We thought her comb wouldn't grow back, and it did, and we're glad that she We're also glad that she like started making chicken noises. We were worried.
Not gonna lie, low-key afraid of chickens.
She's pretty chill.
I just like it's the same thing with fish in that I will look at them, but I don't want to touch them.
She's very soft.
I'm sure.
She does not like to be pet,
Changes.
though, in fairness. We will leave her to enjoy her snack.
No more chicken cam?
No more chicken cam.
Okay.
A level 3 hype train, thank you so much!
Hype, 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 hype.
Okay, Google, set a timer for 2 minutes.
Google, show me this guy's balls, please.
Oh, hello, Miss Gigi. I'm not doing nothing. You can't prove nothing.
Work.
That actually worked once. Brooke, do you remember that?
The what?
When I said, Google, show me this guy's balls, please, and it triggered someone's Alexa.
I'm actually.
Is it
I
my
want to-
Google Home?
Let me. Hang on. Is it... Bork. Bork, bork.
It's little chilly outside, and I'm in a jacket and nice sweatpants.
I hope it snows. It's probably not, because we're too close to the ocean.
Bork?
I have a vendetta against California.
Why? What do you like against my home state? Against my home state.
Because you have a vendetta against California.
I said it before I realized it. I didn't realize what I said until I said it.
Huh?
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize what I said until it was too late. It's because like California, when I first moved there, I was like, oh, does it snow here? And it's like, oh, it hasn't snowed in it hasn't snowed
Okay,
in
Google,
forever.
stop. Also, hang on. I wanna see if it'll. Okay, Google, show me this guy's balls, please.
What did it show you?
Okay, Google, stop.
Oh dear.
According to Wikipedia, the sky ball. I guess it's some toy from the 90s. It's really fucking funny.
Do you still want to hear of my vendetta against California?
Yeah! What the fuck?
Well, what happened was that when I was a kid and I initially moved there, it's like, oh, does it snow here? It's like, no, it doesn't snow here. And for like several years, it didn't snow, just as they said it wouldn't. And then the minute I moved away, it snowed.
Oh.
So now fuck California.
I
Fair.
mean, like, it smells like Big Bear and shit.
I know that, but I wanted it to snow where I was. The best that I got was fucking waking up and looking like I walked into Resident Evil.
We got hail one time, I remember when I was young. That was pretty crazy.
Brooke was so excited to visit me because there was snow. And then it didn't. Then it like almost all melted, and then it snowed the day they left.
I want snow.
You do until you have to deal with it.
No, it snowed here before. It didn't last super long, but it did. I made a little snowman fox thing, and I put grapes for its eyes.
That's what I mean. Everybody wants snow until they have to deal with it.
Yep.
Silence, Canadian.
Silence, Canadian.
I will not be silenced.
Drink your maple syrup. Have you ever drank straight maple syrup?
Ugh.
I think like once, but it was like one of those little like small bottles of syrup, not like.
Why?
Yeah, I did too.
Why?
Because I was a child. Because I was a child and I liked the way. Because I was a child and I liked the way it tasted, so I was like, I'm just gonna drink some, and I mean, I did, but it was, I didn't do it again.
Oh, gee, I wonder why. It's a fucking mystery, that is.
It's one of those things. So when I was a kid, this is a fun anecdote. My grandma, the one who passed away, the two of us used to bake all the time, right? And when I was little, and we would bake, she would make me taste, like, not a lot, like she wouldn't make me eat a bunch, but one time she was like, I want to show you something, and so she made me taste every single individual ingredient that went into the cake.
Oh.
So that she was like, so, isn't it cool to teach me, like, all of these things come together to make cake, which was cool. So it's how I know what vinegar tastes like. She gave me, like, gave me, like, a teaspoon of vinegar, of baking soda, of flour, just enough so that I could get a taste, and then was like, now, eat the cake. And I was like, all that stuff's in here? And she's like, yeah, science is cool. She made me taste egg white. She didn't make me eat the yolk, but she made me she was like, when you crack the egg into something and you pour it in, she was like, lick. And I was like, okay, yeah. And that was how I learned that chemistry was cool.
I'm glad you didn't get sick.
Nah, I didn't have nearly enough of anything to get sick. I had but a single memschlem. One of the many ways that my grandmother's desire to continue to be a teacher continued throughout her life. Heard it might be a white Christmas there. I'm so glad for you. It won't be here, and it'll be weird.
I mean, our we tend to get snow closer to, like, January, February, if we get any at all. But we did have a white Christmas. I think that was either my first or second Christmas with Justin. Something along those lines.
This will be my first year not having a white Christmas if it doesn't. Because I went home last year.
for some reason here, like, it snows in January to March. So I was like going home one day from school, and it just started fucking snowing. This girl next to me, she was so sweet. She like put her umbrella over me because we were both waiting for to walk across the street. And I'm just like, oh no, I'm fine. And then I came home and I was fucking freezing because you have to wear a skirt with your uniform, and like you have thigh highs and nothing else. You have thigh highs and like a semi-thick blazer.
I know what the uniforms look like. I've seen anime.
Congrats.
I've been to Catholic school.
Do you find it weird that a solar eclipse is happening on the same day as the latest One Piece episode, that being today?
I think that's funny. I'm waiting for tomorrow. Updates. I'm not a pussy anime only like the rest of you. I am a Chad manga reader.
I need to pick up that manga that I bought with the lesbians.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
It's. I also need to finish the manga that Heaton recommended me with that deaf guy that she really likes.
Oh yeah, gangsta.
Yes, gangsta.
It's She Cooks and She Eats. That's the lesbian manga.
Oh, I like that. I've heard about that one. I've heard it's cute. I think you would like, I have another one that I think you'd like that I'm currently reading. It's called The Liar Satsuki Can See Death.
What's the name of that series that came out recently where it's like a guy, a maid, and a head in a cage?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
The veins look really gross. Good job.
Thank you.
Then it's working properly. Also, I will always recommend to anyone who has not checked it out either Death Parade or Shadow's House.
Can I give you a hot take about Death Parade?
Go ahead.
I think the original short was better.
Fair. I mean, like, the whole thing has a very much, like, a short or, like, a small stage play kind of production to it.
Yeah. That's kind of why I liked the short better, I think, is because I think that the twist of it works better in the short because there's the nice punch right at the end.
Yeah, because it's very much like go ahead, Bert.
I was just saying that's how I feel about The Secret Life of Pets. It worked perfectly good and fine as a short, but making it into a full-length movie was a mistake.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Like,
think...
it's very much like a Twilight Zone meets Saw kind of sense, with a bit more of just, like, introspective ideal to it.
Yeah, I don't think the Death Parade, like, fails as a complete anime or anything. I just personally prefer the punch of the ending of the short. I feel like that worked better.
Very fair, but can we all agree that still, the opening is still a banger?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Also, yes, Big Mac, everyone should be watching Tomo-chan is a girl.
My biggest contribution is How to Keep a Mummy.
How to Keep a Mummy's
Yes.
cute.
I love it. It makes me cry.
I still remember it was part of my debut stream, and I could not put Mikun any lower than S rank.
Because I would have killed you.
Why is Mikun in a coffin? They are a mummy, they should be in a sarcophagi.
He was in a sarcophagus.
That is a coffin. There is a difference. Coffins are made of wood. Sarcophagi are either made of stone or hardened bandage.
Well, it's because he was too small. Why would you waste money on like a legitimate sarcophagi for something so small?
Why would you waste money on a full-size coffin? He's the size of a small plushie. Put him in a box. Or like
Well, it's so that he could have all of his sand.
Then bring it with him in a jar. He's not a vampire. Vampires need their home soil in their coffin. Whereas mummies, we don't. We can just bring it around whenever we want to. Heck, most of us can control sand whenever we want to.
I think the reason why was also because the dad wanted to kill two birds with one stone because his sister really just wanted a coffin to sleep in.
Sounds a lot, by the way, Ontario, sounds a lot like something a mummy lord would say.
I am a mummy lord!
Mummy
Sounds like
Lord
something a
goes in
bitch
the
would
mummy
say.
hole.
I was about to say, you know what we in this house, you know what we in this clock tower do with mummy lords.
You are not putting me in the mummy hole! I'm already in a technical mummy hole. It's called the Tomb of Tomes.
You are a mummy hole.
I'll throw you in the mummy hole. I'll do
I
it.
am not going in the mummy hole.
That's what the last mummy lord said. Guess where he ended up?
We made deals about this. I am not going in the mummy hole. That is offensive to a mummy. We already have not enough rights and are underappreciated in the monster community.
It's true. That I will 1000% agree with.
Brendan
did get a
Fraser,
shitty
even
Tom
though he
Cruise
wasn't look, Brendan Fraser, even though that like he wasn't the mummy in the Mummy, did a lot of work for Mummy Kind, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, and it got fucked
oh,
up
he-
by Tom Cruise.
We don't talk about that.
We done that. Oh, we all know about Carol, and Carol is definitely one of the best parts of Tomo-chan.
I love that she does both. It's cute.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I think the only other thing I can think of for someone who does that is like frickin' Pikachu's VA, and that's only because they continued the voice from the other series.
The Mummy
That
Hole
is-
sounds like an Egypt themed brothel.
Exactly.
We are not calling it that. And if anything else, we call it something else.
Calling it the
Anything,
mummy hole.
if anything, I would call it what I call the brothel that I use in my own D&D session, and I would call it the pleasure chest.
That's a good one. What was the one we made up for Waterdeep?
God, there were some really good like.
We
wasn't
came up
the
with-
fish hook one.
The fish hook was one. Well, because canonically the fucking the weird sex district is like right next to the church.
Justin came up with a lot of really good ones too for our game as well.
Justin came up with a bunch of good ones, and I can't remember any of them.
I'm literally imagining your district, and all I can hear is the interspecies reviewer music mixed in with YMCA right now.
Hey, can I you know what? It's time for me to get up on a soapbox that you didn't pay for, because none of you get to stop this tirade. So, I think that Ishizoku Reviewers gets a really bad rap and is actually very good.
Oh, it is a very good series. I think the problem with it is just, like, the whole debacle behind how it was marketed.
Well, yeah, especially because the fucking anime, like... So, fun fact. A lot of people were like, oh, this is, like, softcore hentai. Yeah, spoilers, the manga's not like that. The manga's not like that at all, actually. They made the anime way hornier than the manga.
Oh, yeah.
And, like...
Because I think that's probably what Funimation's like, oh, it's just softcore. We got High School DxD. We got Rosario Vampire. We can get away with this shit. What do you mean it's porn? Ah, shit, we can't show this.
Which kind of sucks, because, like, most of the, like, prime bit of Ishizoku Reviewers is the fact that, like, it's all so hilariously technical.
Like, there is literally a scene where they go to a fairy brothel, and they literally can't do anything because they're too big.
Oh no, it's the angel. He gets measured, and they're like, and she goes, "I don't have any girls for you, honey."
I still love that fairy, just like, oh, fairy's so lovely. And so you just have this one just smoking on the frickin' opium pipe.
With just a fucking huge saggy tits, and she's like, alright, whip them out. And they're like, I'm sorry? And she goes, you need to whip them out. I need to know what girls you'll fit. So they have to whip their dicks out and get measured so that way they can go in. Fucking... I think that, like, listen, is it horny? Yeah, absolutely. But, like, one of the best parts is that the fucking creator really put a lot of thought into his shit.
Yeah, like, there's a lot more people who are creating null female characters because of that series.
Like, the creator really sat down and was like, all right, what are the technical limitations of doing XYZ? And I think that fucking rules.
It's literally that joke from from Robot Chicken. Can you fuck it? Let's figure out how. Because like it is like I think there's been a lot of like exasperation about isekai series, and I think the main problem with fantasy series is when it's just like, okay, we're going for like just Dragon Quest laws. Here are your classes, here's how magic works, it's magic, very basic video game rules, and that is boring. When you go for a more like Dungeons and Dragons style rules where you can create a universe and create mythos and explain how things work and it feels more like an actual world, that's what makes it more engaging.
I totally agree. Like, it's part of why, like, another one that everybody started fucking hating on out of nowhere after praising it like nobody's business was Mushoku Tensei, and I don't get it.
Gigi, no.
God, like, truly, God forbid characters be flawed. Like,
Well, the only
I know
real
what it's like talking in the fucking Steven Universe fan base.
yeah, like, because they're like, oh, he's, like, horny, and it's like, yeah, he's in the body of a teenage boy. Like, of course he is. And, like, here's the thing, right? I think with most, like, isekai shit, when it comes to, like, romance and sexuality, it proposes a very interesting conundrum where, like, if your body is now, like, 14, 15, like, are you allowed to be attracted to girls your own age? Like, because they don't know you're an adult. Like, they perceive you as being young, and they're attracted to you because you're their age, you know? And it becomes an interesting, like, back and forth conundrum, but in that same virtue, like, I think it's bullshit that a lot of people will then... Because it's like, well, if he can't have relationships physically with girls his own age, then he'd have to do it with women who are older than him, which would make them pedophiles. Because they would be attracted to a person who is physically much younger than they should be. So, like, what is the boundary here, right?
Is this the same conversation that people were having about vampires because of the lore originally stated, like, the vampire, they would stay the same age that they got turned into, and, like, there was a famous case where one was, like, turned when they were 12, so now it's really hard for her to be taken seriously literally anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of had that with a D&D campaign I ran, because, like, there were, like, 3 siblings of a vampire, and, like, the oldest sibling was very much, like, looked like she was in the body of, like, a young woman, but when actually she was, like, well over several hundred years old. And the youngest sibling looked like a decrepit old man.
Like...
I'm more used to just for, like, the funny just, like, juxtaposition of having the young child being the more mature one, with the old one being immature.
Yeah. So it's, like, as well, too... I don't know. I don't think that it's that big a deal in that particular case, especially because, like... It's also made clear in the narrative that,
Excuse me. Sorry.
Rudius is perceiving himself more as who he is now as opposed to who he used to be. So, like, I don't think it's that big a deal in this particular case.
I think it's just how it's handled and how it's presented. I think just, like was it, like, context over confinement or whatever?
Yeah. I don't know. That's one of the cases where, like, and then again, like, a lot of people are like, oh, he starts the series, like, weirdly, unrepentantly horny. It's like, yeah, again, God forbid a character have a flaw that they outgrow. like, if it had never changed, I would have probably dropped it, but, like, that part of him starts to, like, dissipate pretty quickly. I think by, like, episode 3.
I don't know. People are often really weird when it comes to sexual anything, to be honest, in my opinion. Whereas it's very rarely balanced. It's always people going too far or being really prude.
Yeah.
From what I've seen of, like, online conversations of, when it comes to, like, a character being sexual, which is really funny in some cases when you go to, like, more sexualized areas where even the people there are pretty wholesome. Like, AO3, there's so much stuff on there, and then the comments are like, oh my god, this is really cute, or like, it has insane fluff, and it's like, oh, either that or you have a really good story and then they fuck, and you're just like, but now I want to know what the rest of the plot was.
I would like everyone to know, and this is not to shame James at all, not even a little bit. I just think it's really funny he's trying to sell me so hard on blood in the on the clock tower, but I just can't, dog. I just can't do hidden roleplay games. My parasympathetic system just freaks the fuck out whether I'm good or evil. I just can't. It's why I don't play Among Us
Brooke is in fact
anymore.
simply too soft.
Look, James is just there because he is also the DR fan like I am, and he just wants everyone to get into it.
Well, my favorite thing was when Yuki was playing it. We went into a chat and it was like, it's you, isn't it? And she just started giggling. It was her, by the way. She was guilty, but she still won.
Yeah, that does sound about right.
It was very funny. It was a very funny time. I was incredibly dumb, which led to Bimbo Monster.
Brooke is one of the funny things, like, we talked about this, that Brooke and James are on two sides of the same coin, where, like, James, I do not play anything cooperative because I cannot win. Brooke, I cannot play anything where I win. I feel bad. Let us cooperate.
It's hard for me to play competitive games anymore. I prefer the collaborative storytelling of D&D. I just can't.
Brooke simply too sweet? Confirmed.
That is fair. Too sweet, or they will freaking taekwondo you.
It's one of those things, right, where it's way less in my head and more like my body is having the physical response, and I literally can't help it.
No, I get a similar way, but not with games.
It's why Brooke and I play so much Minecraft.
Yeah, you were just here for just wholesome, I want to make things, not I don't want to be competitive.
No, Brooke yearns for the coal mines.
Like, I have been an imposter in 1. That was like my last Among Us game I ever played. I made it up to Soko. Cause I fucked us the first time. And but I'm proud of that Among Us game. Don't get me wrong, but like with how playing hidden role games makes me feel and how it makes my body freak the fuck out to the point that I'm literally shaking. Like, I just, for my own well-being, I can't.
At some point, I will send you Paleo Pine to calm your nerves. If
I don't like dinosaurs that much.
Fair enough, it's just adorable. But also, if Steam would actually allow me to send games to people in the US.
Dude, I feel you. I just buy codes.
Also, hang the fuck on a minute. I might need to take your autism card away. What do you mean you don't like dinosaurs that much?
I was not a dinosaur kid. I love Pokemon, but like I'm just not a dinosaur person.
Unbelievable.
They're so soft. Look at the designs. They're so cute.
I hate spelling.
They're friend-shaped.
If dangerous, why shaped like friend?
Big Mac has a point.
As I slowly approach the bear.
We do own a chicken. He's so right.
You own a dinosaur.
Yeah, but like,
In fairness, we didn't seek her out. She just kind of the animal distribution service just simply decided.
Either that or it detected your autism.
It might have detected mine. That might be why we got a dinosaur, because I like dinosaurs.
James is like co-storyteller. I'm like, one, that's way too much power for me for someone who doesn't even know the rules. And then James tries to be like, well, you're a dungeon master. And I'm like, that's cooperative all the way down. That's different.
He's doing his best, and you know what? I appreciate it.
I appreciate, like, I respect the hustle, but it's just not gonna happen. If Scotty invited me, I'd be appreciative, but like, because Scotty's cool, but like, I just can't. I don't like the feeling that my chest gets.
The hustle of an
James-
army recruiter. I love to see it.
James, save your power. Maybe someday we can convince Crafty to play frickin' Danganronpa.
Fuck, I want to convince Crafty to play Danganronpa. I want to watch Crafty.
That'd be so funny.
I want to watch Crafty play Ace Attorney.
I mean, that only works if someone hasn't played Ace Attorney, because like, I don't know.
Sorry, what did you say, Brooke?
I don't know if Crafty's actually played Ace Attorney. I don't know if he's just co-opting the memes.
That's what I
But-
mean. I want to see Crafty play Ace Attorney.
I want to see him fucking cross-examine the parrot and the orca.
I mean, think about the fact that you had him frickin' doing the role for Dragon and never played D&D, so
Yeah.
just leaving that there.
Honestly, I think I would prefer to watch him play DR first, because there's fewer games, and Danganronpa is way more dumb.
What side?
I
has
love
eight-
Danganronpa,
what
but
shape
it's
has eight
way more
sides?
Let us question society. How did the man become butter?
Don't spoil anything.
How did he?
I say things out of context. No one will get context. Context is for the weak. Also, hello, RNGesus.
RNG spot.
Hello, Jesus. I love with all of my heart. Listen, I love Hajime. Do not mistake me, but that's funny.
To be fair, like, they have a reason for Hajime's brain not to be working so hot in that chapter.
It's
As
true.
stupid as that moment is.
It's true, but it's very funny.
It is very funny, just like how everyone is like, huh, Hajime drank orange juice in that one scene. His entire character is now orange drink.
I'm scared that you guys are spoiling something.
You will learn nothing. I will join you one day when you play Danganronpa, and you
I
will
don't
learn
know. I don't know how to stress to you that it wouldn't matter even if we didn't.
Thanks.
I could look you in the eyes right now and just say a sequence of numbers and then just walk away, and that could be the biggest spoiler for the end of the case, and you'll have no fucking idea what that means until you get to the point where you have to put the numbers in. That's the way that Danganronpa be.
Like, if you, it's so batshit in certain things that, like, hearing shit out of context, as long as it's vague enough, is not gonna ruin anything.
Hello, Jesus.
Hello.
Like, I would never want to intentionally spoil someone if they've been trying to avoid spoilers and haven't gotten around to it yet. I would hate to do that, especially when it's a whole game about trying to solve the thing. But, so,
Oh, yeah,
like,
same
don't
thing
worry
as
about that.
You're so fine. Don't even worry about how fine you are. We've got you home. We've got you, bestie. Kiski Smorch.
No, I've been trying to get Crafty into the series for so long, because my friends have been so much into it, and they're like, no, I don't like it, it's too overly horny, just points to all the Miyu memes, it's just like, that's just one character.
Crafty's complaining that something's horny.
I know.
Are you fucking for real?
I mean, if they're children, that's understandable.
Oh, okay.
Listen, dog, everyone has limits.
This is the. I'm not even gonna finish that.
I love with all of my heart, by the by, I sent... So,
Hey, baby doll.
the last episode of, JJK that came out. Fucking, Dio sends me the bit of Nanami pulling Haruto's hair. And it's like, Jesus! And I'm like, yeah, it do be like that. And I need you to know, the community, truly, you know what? Mappa has nobody to blame but themselves. They didn't need to do that. In the fucking manga, he just grabs Haruto by the short of his hair. Like, he grabs him by the side that isn't in the ponytail. The shit that they did, that shit is excessive and they know it. But...
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'll fucking show you.
Is it the thing that's been going around on TikTok of that blonde
Yes.
getting his hair pulled?
Yes.
Then yes. I've seen the edits to various songs.
I love with all of my heart that I showed that to, like, sometimes it's just a case of like, oh, that's what the community's horny about, and then Justin will shrug, but I showed him that clip and he goes, Jesus Christ!
I get it.
I
get it.
His immediate response was, Jesus Christ, and then he sighs and goes, bark like you want it, I guess.
Big Mask asks, does Jesus support Yamato supremacy?
Which Yamato? There's so many Yamatos in fiction. You're gonna have to be a little bit more.
One Piece.
One Piece Yamato.
Oh, Yamato?
Yeah.
Yamato's awesome. I like him.
Yeah. Trans man supremacy.
Also proper pronouns. Jesus is supportive.
Yeah. I hope he joins the crew.
I do too!
But I could at least understand if he doesn't. Like, in terms of storyline.
I hope, well, I think, Avi put a really good thought in my head, is that he's, like, when everyone rocks up to what will inevitably be the War of the Worst, it'll be, Yamato's gonna show up with the rest of the Beast Pirates. Just like Katakuri's gonna show up with the rest of the Big Mom Pirates, because Katakuri's gonna be cool. You cannot convince me otherwise.
And of course, Luffy's gonna show up with his fleet.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, I'm
sorry. The Real Pokemon Tumblr posted another really good one.
Okay.
I'd like to share real fast.
Oh, real quick, for the context of people who don't know, there's an account on Tumblr that's called Real Pokemon that literally just pretends that Pokemon are real. And I love it. It's one of mine and Brooke's favorite Tumblr accounts. But yeah, go ahead.
It's very good. So I got like this little trio of starters, a Torchic, a Mudkip, and a Trico, and they're all pretty closely bonded. They're all family pets. They live in a little farm with me and my family. But there's some kids begging me to give them one so they can start a Pokemon journey. What do? Don't give them one. Fuck them kids. It's that simple. If you're not a professor or whatever, you have no legal obligation to give away your family pets. If you want to be nice, you can teach them how to catch a Pokemon of their own in the woods and send them on their way. I do this every once in a while and make sure that to take as much time as physically possible because it's really funny to act like this 10-year-old doesn't know how to throw a Pokeball or open their bag.
That's cute.
I love that account. It's great. I sent an ask.
We can talk about what we were talking about.
I was gonna say I sent an ask a little while ago that was that we workshopped together as a household. The bit was every morning I kept losing my car keys. And then I would find them stuck to my Magnemite, so I thought the little bastard was stealing them. Here, come to find out, not only had it been the Klefki who had been stealing them and then using them for enrichment, but he'd then been sticking them to his brother's back in order to frame him for the crime. Anyway, the question I'm here to ask is it okay to spritz a Klefki with bug spray like you would a Perugly with water?
Why would you use bug spray?
I mean, it's a fairy type. Shouldn't you be holding up, like, a little metal screw or something?
They're also steel type.
Well, that's true. So, I'm trying to think of, like, a hold up. Yeah, I guess it would be bug spray.
Yeah, but isn't the steel type, like, immune to poison?
Is it okay to threaten my Klefki with a blowtorch?
No!
With a lighter.
Yeah, the joke we started with was blowtorch, but I think it's funnier to I think the fire equivalent is just aggressively flicking a lighter at a steel type.
Why would you do that to the baby?
To teach him a lesson.
Yeah, that's not necessary. He's innocent.
Now,
He
there
is
is one question I
not.
gotta ask.
He's innocent.
Now, there is one question I just gotta ask.
Mhm.
They mentioned that
Can't
Cliffkey was using the keys for its amusement or its entertainment.
Mhm.
What was it using the keys for?
He was using them for enrichment. He was just sticking them to himself, jingling, jangling.
Okay, I was thinking of something much darker.
He's eating them.
No.
I would have loved the idea that he was replacing the keys.
He was doing what young puppies would do.
Nibbling?
Chewing on them?
Yes, let's go with that.
Sticking them up their
Eat
nose?
them, just eat
Do they
them.
have noses? Oh no.
Eat the keys.
Consume key.
Wait, no, I need to... I forgot that this is... how I do this. You ever forget how you do something? I do, I forget.
Every day.
Every day I'm getting closer to putting my dick in a fucking toaster.
Please don't do that.
I'm
You
getting...
can't stop me, woman.
I can't stop you because you're in another country, and I don't have a passport. But like, I will kindly request that you do not.
No, I can stop you. I have every capable ability to stop you. You stick
Yeah, what you gonna...
you stick your dick in a toaster, your children will get it.
God damn it! Give me my fucking kids!
Can you send me your address one more time?
I didn't send it to you in the first
Yeah, yeah, that's why I have your children! I'll send them to
Oh,
you when
by
you
the
give me
way-
your fucking address!
I forgot to tell you that the rest of your standees came in. I have all your standees.
Yes.
You didn't ask for anything else, right?
I asked
It was
for...
just those 6 standees?
It was the standees... Oh, from the Collab Cafe?
I can't get you anything from that.
Well, that's what
my
that's what the fucking standees are from, dingus.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so you asked, I have the other stuff. I have all of the books that you wanted. I have the soundtrack. I have the wonky chocolate. And the 6 standees.
Yeah, that was it.
4 was for the cafe, and the other 2 were for the
Pizza Hut collab.
Yeah, the Pizza Hut collab.
Yep, that's it.
But yeah, they're all here. So I'll pack that up in a box.
Bax.
Pack them up in a box and I'll send them to you.
Cool.
I'll give you my address so I can have my children.
Nezzy and I have an arrangement. Namely,
It's one of the funniest fucking tweets you posted with no context was you pointing a gun at several
Squishmallows.
fucking Squishmallows. And then at the top it says, Nezzy and I have a transactional relationship.
I said, provide me the standees or they fucking get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Nezzy lives in Japan, if I ask him to buy things when they come out, if they're not on iTai, because thank God for iTai Kuji, well and truly, but when they're not on iTai, I'll just send, I'll send the links to Nezzy and be like, buy these for me and then ship them to me, because every proxy service charges a percentage that is ludicrous and stupid.
Mhm.
So I don't have to worry about it. I just ask Nezzy to do it and then I PayPal him the money.
That was the other thing that happened was what I remember is you going into because originally the cafe ones weren't available. They were available through
Lottery.
lottery, and I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I can't get these for you because they're only for lottery." And then they finally came out for you to buy, and she was like, "Yeah, I can buy them. They're on the thing." And then she DM'd me. It's like, they're fucking expensive.
Well, what happened was, so they were the yen charge was about what you paid for them, which was why I was like, oh, fucking yeah, I can just do this. The fucking service that I was going to buy them through, that they offered them through, charged like 50%.
Extortionate.
It was 50% of the original price just for shipping, and then there was a 10% finder's fee.
I'm sorry, but what?
Yeah. So like there was a service charge, aka a finder's fee, for like to get, because they have the access to the shit. Fucking drove me insane. I was like, fuck this. My time lapse is good. Thank you. Everyone was like, oh, they're...
Like, wait, I have an out.
Everyone was like, oh, they're gonna abuse that. They're gonna abuse that for only 10 channel points. And I'm like, yeah, I hope they fucking do, because then I'll remember to check my goddamn time lapse.
But yeah, she was so
Is your
sad.
Yes, it's going. I just checked it.
Hi there, Banzai.
It's
Wow.
it's me, your favorite guy, as a monster.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember being so fucking sad, where it's like, why is it so expensive? And then she was like, oh, I have an out. And then she DM'd me.
I was like, Nezzy, my love, please, Nezzy.
I need you to provide me my rations for this month.
Please, my
Have
rations.
I ever told you how gorgeous your eyes are? Can I please have my rations?
My crumbs, Nezzy, please.
Yes,
America
RNG,
is
Emma, what do you
unkind.
mean? What the hell?
Yeah, this is
America
RNGesus.
unkind to me.
Fucking America is wildly unkind to me, because if it's a figurine, I can get it on BBTS, but like, if it's actual merch shit, then it suddenly becomes fucking impossible at $1,000, and I fucking hate it here. Thank God for iTie.
Personally, I just use
Dude.
Amazon Japan.
Well, you can't get them on Amazon Japan. That's the problem.
Yeah, they're
special editions.
because they're like event exclusives or whatever. You have to buy them through certain services. But I can cheat because those services usually offer an online option once the cafe's been open for a while or whatever. Once the cafe or the exhibit's been open, they offer online purchases, and that's when I ask Nezzy.
I just steal things.
Kind of hard to steal things from an online distributor.
It's actually is way easier than you'd think.
You know...
No, I'm not elaborating. I'm just saying it's easy.
I was gonna say, oh man, it would sure be a shame if you were to explain what the fuck you meant off stream. Anyway.
Yeah, no, the thing is that
That's
if
the
you
wrong-
point a gun at a computer, the computer's hands go up and it goes, oh, I'll give you whatever you want.
God, I wish.
Yeah, I am now a dealer for my friends. I have another friend that she comes to me a lot whenever there's something on the Pokemon Center, because of the fact it's super fucking expensive over there, or for like resells, or either that or it's not available there to begin with.
I just imagine you in a fucking, like, a trench coat that's way too long and a hat that is way too big and just going up to people and going, hey, you want to beat the goods? And it's fucking like,
Pokemon shit.
You want your anime imports?
want some shit?
And my response every time is, yes, please, please, Nezzy, please. I need my fix,
Yeah.
Nezzy, please.
It's because this is the only place you can get like legit Rurouni Kenshin shit.
Well, yeah, because fucking My shit's not popular! My favorite thing in the world is not popular. Therefore, whenever shit comes out, I have to get it immediately because I have to let them know I want more.
That's how I feel about Dragon Quest.
I think Dragon Quest is slightly more popular than
It is.
Kenshin. It's
It
just
is, but it's
slightly.
still hard to find shit.
Depends on where
Oh,
you
really?
ask.
Crazy.
I'd like to think
Side
that...
note.
Yes.
That's fine.
The other thing that I provide of my numerous services is complimentary snacks.
What about a key?
We will also be sending you, snacks.
Yay! Did you find the cereal that I oh so covet?
What did you want?
The Honey Crunch cereal.
Oh!
I sent a picture of it in your DMs.
Yeah, I can send you Honey Crunch, baby. Don't even
You
worry
don't
about
understand how long I've been trying to find it. I miss it so much. I covet them. I miss them.
I think
I
this is
need
my
you to
favorite
provide-
composition so far.
It's a good pose. I never see you do that many poses.
Yeah, I've been trying to do some more dynamic stuff lately.
I love you, Prisma.
Angus.
Bongus.
Bangus.
Amogus.
No.
Bimgus.
Stop.
No.
No.
I can't do this anymore.
Don't worry, you don't have to, big man. I'll come rescue you.
I love the phrase, I can't do this anymore.
You can't keep doing this.
Dude, I love
You
that new
can't.
audio that's going around TikTok. Heaton.
Yeah.
The fucking one. I forgot exactly who it is. I don't remember if it's Baldur's Gate or Mortal Kombat, but it's that lady going, "You're dead and buried," and the guy going, "And bricked." Oh, hello. That was me to Ellie when I was like, "So how about that Nanami?"
Yeah, no shit! God damn, Mappa! Fuck! And I double checked because I was like, does he even pull his hair in the manga? He does, but not like that.
He like grabs like the base of his hair, not the
Yeah!
fucking ponytail.
He grabs like the base of his hair. I also saw they were talking to the VOs, and the Kenji Suda was like, let me take another run at it, hang on. And he did it a second time, and he scared the shit out of Haruto's voice actor!
Oh, no.
Haruto's VA was like, I was terrified!
Dude, I'm so stoked for
Suda
Haruto's
Senpai was so scary!
I am very excited for Haruta's next, and I'm using the largest air quotes in human history when I say this, fight.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite bit. We were showing Justin, because Justin was hanging out with us while we watched that episode, and I was like, hey, do you want us to explain how let me explain to you how Haruto's technique works. And he goes, okay, that's pretty cool. And I said, here's what happens the next time that he gets into a fight. And Justin lost his mind.
I just think it's really great how like we see Megumi in a lot of bad situations. We see Megumi in like episode 2 in front of Sukuna. We see Megumi fight Hanami. We see Megumi fight multiple special grades. Like Megumi's in some shit throughout this series, and every time someone is there to be like, bro, don't do it. But this fucking like dude with half one limb left is like, hey man, do you know where the bus station is? And Megumi's like, I have no choice.
I don't have a choice. They're about to crease. They're about to crease my J's.
Pretty much.
I love
But
this.
this is why you don't mess with the Fushiguro.
I also nobody was talking about Toji coming back, and I was so stoked to be like, oh, that's happening now.
God. Also, the way that like the possession happens in the episode, it is really like discerning because you can hear him struggle.
And then you can hear the sound of the grandson struggling, and then Toji just kills him.
I guess I won.
I didn't channel the soul. I only channeled the body. Yeah, well, I guess my body was stronger than your grandson.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's kind of brutal.
It's so good, and he just takes the kid over, and I love with all of my heart. This woman's fucking terrified, and he just walks up to her and goes, "Well, you told me to kill all the sorcerers. You're a sorcerer, aren't you, Grandma?" And then just fucking kills her, turns her to fucking paste.
Yeah, I was like, I'll start here, considering how convenient that would be.
Listen, Toji, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Toji Fushiguro is not a good man. However, bark. Bark. Woof. Bark.
He is indeed very entertaining to watch.
Bark like you want
Toji?
it. Bark like you want it, baby.
Bark. Woof.
I would really want to show you some hilarious best moments of Yojiro Hanma, because one of those seasons, I believe it's the first season of Son of Ogre, ends with with Yojiro and Stridum in a museum, and Stridum being like, "Hey, Yojiro, do you think you could beat a T-Rex in a fight?" And it cuts to a salt mine or salt deposit, and these dudes look in and they see this dude frozen in the salt, like completely contained, fighting a T-Rex. I thought it was Yojiro. It looked just like him. I thought he was like, could I beat a dinosaur? And then he went and got trapped in salt and started fighting dinosaurs.
God, that'd be funny.
It's a different guy, but like.
Here, I thought you were gonna say like he went back in time to fight the dinosaurs and just like got trapped in amber.
That's the thing, is that Yojiro Hanma, like, you've seen characters in anime who are haters. Like, Dio is a hater.
Dio is a hater.
Oh yeah.
Yojiro Hanma is the most hateful man in anime.
You ever think about how different the Jujutsu world would have been if Toji had just used the right knife?
Oh my god, yeah, huh? Yeah. That was a really sloppy execution, huh?
Because he specified, like, oh, you got it. You put it in my brain. You killed me, but I used reverse curse technique and lived. If you would have used the other knife, I would have died for surezies. And I think about, on a regular basis, God, how different the world would be if Toji had just not made that one mistake and just fucking did it and just killed Gojo on the spot.
Because you know how, like, all the time, he talks about, like, or like the narrator, I guess, talks about Toji, like, breaking fate, and how fate does not apply to him. That was the one time.
The one time.
Gojo had to live.
Gojo had to live, and fate decided. Otherwise, Toji Fushiguro says, nah, I don't think so. And it's part of why he's probably my favorite JJK character. Because it's like I've said, I like man who brings gun to wizard duel. I love it. I love the character archetype of the man who has no powers throwing down and beating the asses of people who can, like, summon God. It just kicks ass. It kicks ass every time. And the fact that Toji's greatest superpower is that he has none fucking rocks. He brought a gun to a wizard duel.
I think it's very interesting, the exact way in which no powers works, because there's two types of people with no powers. There are people with no powers because they're lame, and there are people who have no powers because God looked at them and said, oh, this is going to be the one.
Do you ever think about what would have happened if Toji had gotten a curse technique?
He wouldn't have been as strong.
He wouldn't have been. Hear me out. You know what? I've seen a lot of like reversal AUs, and they're one of my favorite things in the world. I'd love to see a role reverse AU where Toji is the one who gets the 6 eyes, and Gojo becomes the one with no powers but slaps ass. I think that'd be cool. I'd love that. That'd be a cool AU.
How about this AU where the entire story gets completely shot in the mouth. Megumi has heavenly restriction and Toji has the 10 shadows. That is the one that's fucked up because if Megumi does not have the 10 shadows, that means a certain someone also doesn't. Like,
God, can you fucking imagine if he's like, yes, I've gotten my hands on the 10 shadows tech. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the cursed energy? What's happening?
She told me.
So good.
Where is it? Like, here's the thing about what ifs. Dragon Ball what ifs are only interesting because the story sucks and because Dragon Ball fans have this weird tendency to use one what if for one section of the story and apply it to the rest of the story.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you get like, what would happen if Bardock killed Frieza, part 45? Like, it's dumb bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
JJK what ifs are so much better because the world is good. Because the world is way better and is like living, as opposed to Dragon Ball, where like if Bardock killed Frieza, then Boo just wouldn't have shown up, idiot. Dumb.
What would have happened?
Would Boo not have shown up?
Like Bobbity and Boo wouldn't have shown up if Bardock killed Frieza, but a lot of people are like, no, Piccolo would get taken by Bobbity and then would have his power awakened, just like in the new movie.
But hold on, like, if Bardock killed Frieza, then does that mean Goku never goes to Earth?
I think it would imply that Goku still goes to Earth, but there wouldn't be a Saiyan invasion. It would just be Dragon Ball. And then Raditz shows up and is like, hey man, how's it going? You want to like be a family? And Goku's like,
Can you imagine?
Yeah, let's take you home to the planet Vegeta where the Saiyans are, where you can fight strong people. And Goku's like, well guys, it's been fun. I'm gonna go fight strong guys.
My people. I'm taking Gohan with me.
And then the story ends.
God, that'd be wild.
That'd be good.
Theoretically.
I'm still such a like I'm actually kind of flabbergasted at this point with Dragon Ball. Because like I think Toriyama wants the fans to be upset.
This motherfucker's doing it on purpose.
He doesn't want fans to like the new stuff. He just wants to make new stuff that he likes.
I can almost kind of respect that.
Because it said in the panel, he was like, I put way more effort into this than usual. And it's Dragon Ball babies.
I still don't understand that.
I don't either.
That's real?
Yeah.
Yeah, some wizard turns them all into babies.
Well, have you heard of Muppet Babies? Which is like the best show they've ever made.
Who the hell
like that.
hasn't heard of Muppet Babies?
Even I've heard of Muppet Babies.
Well, now we have Muppet
Dragon Ball.
Now that our artwork is finished, I'm going to send you over to. I'm gonna send you over
Parasite, like the Eve.
Everyone has made the same joke. I know nothing about Parasite Eve. I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. I'm sending you over to Mush TV, who seems to be doing commissions. Tomorrow's prompt is fungi. Yeah, we're gonna draw Rudy.
yeah.
Hold on, Rudy? Which Rudy?
My Rudy.
Oh!
So I'll be drawing Rudy tomorrow. So for now, go be nice to Mush, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Fungi. Goodbye!
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't know